Roxy has a brand new ability of giving the character she links up to a grace-like skill. Only works with humans, although in the future, once we get more characters with a similar ability of hers, it will be obviously for other characters as well. 10% attack-related stats is a pretty massive buff. It's like I don't even have to run Bon in the back for his 10%, and I can run Nanashi instead and utilize his passive for my benefit. So, unfortunately with Escanor, being lowered is fake. Or sorry, not being lowered is fake. His passive states, right, that he can't be lowered, but that's a lie. Because he can. He can be lowered up until the point where his stats are, you know, his regular stats. His base stats. So for example here, Zaldr's lowered me by 12%. And Chandler lowered me by 7%. What happens is the whole passive of Galfers was 7% and the 10% from Roxy were taken away from me. So I might actually run Bon instead of Nanashi. So I can instead, whenever facing Zaldr's, actually have it. Because again, he can't be lowered. He can't have like a negative, right? Essentially, he can't have a negative on his numbers, but he can go all the way down to where he's in, like just like white. For example, like right now, okay, I have plus 2.4, but the moment I attack, Chandler will lower my stats. No, I'll just be like whatever my starting position is. Because Zeldris is already lowering me. So when you are using this Roxy Grace-like thing, you kind of have to not face a demon team to make it work more effectively. It's funny because we just got another pay-to-win link, which was Mael, a festival unit that gave, you know, plus 20% damage increase. And now we got another one, like almost right away, but only for humans. It's like here in my first turn, I have Bon in the back, Gaffer, and Roxy, so plus 31% attack-related stats, combined with, of course, Escanor's own passive as well. Or does it only start counting next turn? I don't remember. No, it's already counted. No! Oh, it took too long! You gotta be kidding me, bro. Well, that was indeed my fault, but I was taking a look, you know? Can let me just look? You saw plus 700? So being very honest about this link, right? It's really powerful having a plus 10% attack related stat link, but in the current meta with all the demon teams lowering you by so much, it's really hard to even justify having it on Escanor specifically, because here, so plus 2,300, they don't have Chandler, so I will actually be getting more of a benefit than if they did have Chandler. But you might have noticed they actually have Kusok, so I'm losing 20% crit chance, which means I lost all of my link from Roxy when it comes to that crit chance, and my crit damage as well, right? And then I lost all of my back units crit chance, which would be Bon. I'm only really getting the one from Galfer. Now, if I didn't have the link, I would be getting none. So the fact that I'm getting 7 to begin with is being helped by the link. But is 7% going to make that much of a difference? Then that's the question, right? That is the thing that is a problem with a link like this in the current meta, unless it's for Mael, because Mael truly can't be lowered. He cannot be lowered, even though it reads similar. The way Mael's passive is, it dictates how it works. Let's do it like this. Actually means that you won't be lowered ever. So once we get a link for goddesses like this, then it's gonna be even more impressive. I mean, for Escanor, because he can't be lowered under the white numbers, it's a little different for him. If I'm using this on a different human, it would be better because, you know, it would counteract the amount I'm being lowered. So for example, if I'm being lowered by 20% crit chance, the fact that I'm giving myself 10 means I'm only being lowered by 10, right? But with Escanor, if being lowered by 20, I would technically be lowered by 0, right? Because he can't go under his white numbers. But if I'm also increasing by 10, I'm not increasing by anything. Because that 10 is being cut by the 20, but I'm still at the white numbers, if that makes any sense. So it's funny that, you know, I'm saying, oh, this link is really crazy, 10% are correlated stats, but only really if you face Mile, which is the other meta team in the game. If you face demons, it's going to be cut by essentially everything. So if you are a global player and Roxy just came out, I wouldn't really worry about getting dupes for her unless, I mean, in the future we get more humans that are actually good at critting. Which, who knows when that's going to happen, given our track record for the most recent characters. We don't even know what we'll be getting next, right? I mean, again, if we do get... I'm just going to take out Gaffer. If we do get, like, an Attack on Titan collab and there's, like, a lot of humans, sure, then Roxy's link is going to be great because she will be counteracting those lowers, like I mentioned. But again, that is an if, right? Not a... This will happen, it's more of the if this happens. We don't know. Maybe they deem Escanor too strong for him to have a real team, so we have to use like weird stuff like this where I'm using for Purgatory, Melly, and Escanor. It's not a bad team, this is a pretty decent team. But you see, right, like the only reason why this is a decent team is because Purgatory, Melly is OP, Escanor is OP. There's no like reason for this team to be good in terms of their kits like blending well together. It's just unit strong plus unit strong mean good. That's why the team works. I'm just gonna go with this. I think the AoE will kill, so then the single targets take out the stacks. Now here where I wasn't being lowered, Roxy's link was making a difference, so there is a give and take here. I mean, the one thing I like about this team, I don't use it very much because, you know, it uses Gaffer, but I really like the fact that people get very confused on who they should go with their single targets because they think like, okay, I need to take out Escanor, so I'm going to go for Escanor. But then they kill Escanor, and then I rank up Escanor doing a big time AoE, right? Or then it's like, okay, I need to take out Gaffer because the rank up is going to be a problem. And then they attack Gaffer multiple times, give Melly the attack buff, Melly shreds with level 1s, right? Oh, I'm going to go for Melly, but Melly has crazy damage reduction. And again, you're leaving Escanor out the table. So it's like, you don't exactly know who to single target here. Most of the time, Melly's the answer though. If you face a team like this that I'm using right now, Melly, Gaffer, and Escanor, Melly's usually the answer. Because you don't want to deal with Melly's attack buff, but it can be tough to deal with. AoE units like Mael here, Mael's AoE, like you can see, he did like a level 1 AoE and almost killed my Escanor. Yeah, man, Mael's crazy. So what's my attack related stats looking like? Yeah, plus 42 crit chance using Gaffer, and then Escanor's almost 200% crit damage. You know, Roxy isn't giving all of that, right? But it's giving a good chunk. Oof, Miles tanky. Jesus. Don't matter, I think this kills him. Yep. Almost didn't. So if I didn't have Roxy's link, I probably wouldn't have. I mean, that's a tough one to say. I click repair in the same song. Because if I wasn't using Roxy link, I would either be using Mael on Escanor. I'm using Mael on Melly, but I'll be using Mael on Escanor and Sauriel on Melly or Tarmiel on Melly. I would likely be using Mael on Escanor because Escanor tends to not crit as much because he doesn't have like the plus 50 like Melly does. So he is my target for using the Mael link on, and 10% attack related stats is better. 100% it is better than having 20% damage increase, but is it that much of a difference that I wouldn't have killed? Tough to say, especially because I think Mael has more attack, so he would have given more attack. I don't know. Like, I probably would have still killed if I had Mael Link. And it's like, okay, Mael's a festival unit. Who has Mael 6-6? Who has Roxy 6-6, man? It's me. It's me. Like, the people who are gonna have Roxy 6-6 are me. Because I wanted to do it for videos. Because I'm gonna make use out of it, right? There's no reason why you Gary 6-6. Zero reason. So... Kinda wanna do this. Goddess Liz. Nice. Look at that extra damage on Melly and Gaffer. Look how much damage that did. If that was a level 3 single target, would it have killed? Probably not. Probably not. I already ranked up Escanor, so if he gets the buff for Melly and like clings out my Gaffer, I'm still fine. Yeah. I don't care. See, people don't know who to go for. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Didn't even kill, but if he had killed Escanor, wouldn't have mattered. I already took out his revive. The fact that he damaged my Escanor means my AoE is gonna do more damage. Sick Goddess Liz team, man. I'll ask for your number later, and you pass me the details on how you came up with such a smart team building idea. Real crazy. Okay, that was the last one. You guys get the gist of it. Again, against a demon team, look. My attack itself is going to be white. Right? It's going to be the base attack Escanor has. Because as it seems like the 10% accurate stats is like post. It's not before the match. The crit chance is good though, because he doesn't have Kusok. Like, against a Zeldris Kusok, it's even worse, because then the crit chance is essentially all gone. Against the Chandler team, I still keep some of my crit chance and crit damage. I just end up not having any of the attack itself. But, you know, I'll end with one crit there, so... The one crit was not that bad.